So first of all, we'll talk about Sunday's game. You got on the scoreboard with a goal, and almost had another one if it wouldn't have been taken away with offsides. But the result, not what you guys wanted. It's a tough way to lose with 1 minute left, obviously. How do you guys keep up your spirits and kind of move forward with that?
Well, we always talk about we want to take it one game at a time. So, I mean, we definitely learn from that. We need to realize that it is a 90-minute game and we have to play till the end, and we can't ever give up. And we really have to focus on that last 20 minutes like CJ's been talking about with us. We came out really strong in the first half and the first part of the second half, but then that last 20-ish minutes we need to make sure that we're still on, because anything can happen in the game of soccer. So I think taking from the Sunday game, we just need to realize that we need to work hard for the full 90, just like we did for the first part of the first half and into the second half.
Coach talked about the defense, the stressing defense out on the field. Is that something you saw too?
Yeah, definitely. It's hard right now with the new personnel that we have. Our whole back line is pretty much new this year, so I think they've worked really well together, but we still need to pick apart a couple little things, but I feel like once we get that down, we're going to be solid back there.
Coach mentioned obviously it's tough when you're playing teams who have 5 and 6 games experience. You guys are coming in, obviously not having that. From a fitness standpoint, how hard is it just to get up to game speed?
It's definitely been an uphill battle for us. I mean, there's no amount of running or anything that you can do in practice that's going to compare to what you're going to have to do out on the field. But I feel like if we just keep working hard, and now that we have those 2 games under our belt, I think that's going to be really helpful for us this next coming weekend when we are playing like 2 of the toughest teams in the conference that are going to be just as physical, just as fit, if not more, than the teams we played this last weekend.
So obviously, you guys, you know what these next games at stake are with Stanislaus and Chico. How important is it that obviously you guys have a nice 5-game homestand in the middle of? How much does home field advantage help you guys?
I think it's going to really help us. We had a great turnout this past weekend, and I hope to continue to see that for the future games. And so I think if we can get a big crowd there, that really helps bring up the morale. And if we just stick together as a team, I know that we can pull out the victories that we know we can do.
For you, what's the difference between being at home and being away? What's the biggest thing that, being in your own bed or the travel? What are the differences there?
Probably the biggest difference I'd say is just our field. Our field is one of the biggest in the conference, and I think one of the nicest. So having that home field advantage and knowing that we have the space to play out wide, and that's one of the things that CJ stresses a lot throughout the season is like get to the line, get out wide, get as far as you can. So I feel like if we can, especially this weekend, if we can spread those teams out and make them chase us and we can just play around them, I think that's really going to be beneficial for us.
Awesome. Thank you, Well done.